I do like the Rahkshi. These iconic designs have led to many brilliant creations. They've inspired people for generations. So in today's episode, let's take a look at 5 incredible Rahkshi MOCs. By seeing the wonderful work of the LEGO community, you might just get a few ideas for your own creations. We begin with the very talented Dan V or DV MOCs. And he's built a Rahkshi of density control. Check out these colors, elegantly blending in trans brown pieces with black and dark gray. Magnificent! And then seeing little hints of lime underneath the kind of glass. Whoa. And that's especially good on the face, because you can see that crater right there. You know, the crater, the little things that control these mech suits. That's such a cool way of reimagining this. I mean, if they are controlling it on the inside, well, it kind of makes sense that they would have a windscreen to look out of, right? This just makes sense. Yeah, I like to think that these Naira Ghost Blasters, the ammo pieces in lime, I like to think that this is just, some sort of extension of the crater. Being able to see all these body parts underneath the glass, it adds a wonderful creep factor to this MOC. Even got some of the trans-clear spikes up top. It's so cool. Now, I don't think these pieces actually officially appear in that color. I think these are knockoff pieces. Although it makes me hope that LEGO eventually does make them in trans-clear. Or rather trans-brown or trans-black, whatever. They look really nice. Now, okay, I touched upon that horror element, giving the face a big sea of teeth. That's nice. It adds in even more of that creep factor, which is perfect. And it just kind of feels right at home. The Rahkshi never really had teeth. And yet, seeing this, it feels like they always have. I love it when people add their own touches to these iconic designs. Every corner of this is brilliant. Even using some of these rounded pieces here to shape the torso. These pieces appeared in a set like Anakin's Pod Racer. They look pretty good right here. Or the greebles on the legs. This MOC is something else. Honestly, I would rank this pretty highly amongst some of my favorite Rahkshi of all time. This is brilliant. Okay, the next creation is built by Yo-Yo Paraka. And we see a design that removes a lot of the iconic things that are so crucial to a Rahkshi. The staff, the spine, the spikes. Now, instead, this guy is doing his own thing. Like I said before, mixing it up. Playing with the fundamental things that make a Rahkshi what they are. Well, that's kind of a surefire way to make your MOC stand out. That's a great way to get even more creative. Breaking the rules, trying new stuff, leads to great results. Now, like we see here, more of a Ronin look, more of a samurai appearance. Things like this posable waistcloth, things like this new samurai sword. They look sick. Oh, and this head, giving him a little hat. A hat that uses the armor piece that comes on the Rahkshi Stars set. Adorable. And then the Zamasphere launchers in black. You saw them in this color in a lot of the Hero Factory sets. Turning that into a ponytail? Mate! See, that's what I like about the Rahkshi head. It's so customizable. Tiny little additions like this totally reinvent how it looks. You can use this in so many different ways. Rahkshi, they come in so many different shapes and sizes, and no matter how you build them, they look good. But alright, with that, let's go back to the roots of the set. Literally. A builder called I Chew on Krana. Well, they've made 2 combiners of the Rahkshi. These ones appear to be taking pieces from 3 sets and merging them together. The end result is a colossal monster. Look at that. Only using pieces from these sets and nothing else, you can create some truly incredible stuff. I love the new spine and back. Doubling up the spines, but also introducing some of the staff weapons. The end result is so menacing. And I like that the heads right here, they buff up the shoulders and in general just make the torso seem bigger. But the way they're placed, you don't really see the eyes on those heads. All you see is the shape of that piece. That's good, there's no confusion. You don't look at this and go, oh, it's got 3 faces. No, you look at this and go, yeah, that's clearly armor. And I like that. You don't want to have any reason for people to get confused when they look at your mock. Things need to be very clear, and this certainly is. Rahkshi feet, they always look pretty good as thighs. And then the grey bit. You see this on the torso. It links the arms onto the body. Well, they look pretty good as lower legs. I love a good combiner. Limiting yourself to only using a select amount of pieces leads to so much more creativity. A mock like this, a combiner like this, it's just full of NPU, full of nice part usage. So creative and so frickin' clever. What an upgrade. Especially when you put this next to the actual set. He's become so much bigger. Bionicle Raijin. He's built a mock called Glatorian Rahkshi. So we've seen a lot of fun upgrades to the spines in this episode. And this is no exception. Taking the shoulder pad pieces from Explode and using them to carry the spine across more parts of the body. That's great. And actually, look at the torso. It's a bit funky. It looks like it's got a gap in the middle, almost like it's hollow. Well, I think it's like that. It looks like that from this angle. If the crater is controlling the kind of mech suit from the inside, well, the body doesn't really need, organs. So you can do whatever you want with that body. Make it hollow, make it really tiny, whatever. It makes sense within the given circumstances of this creation. And then how cool does this look rocking 2 dual blades? What a great mock. And let's finish it off with a great mock indeed. This is made by Vorahk and it redesigns Vorahk, making him look a little closer to how he appears in the Bionicle Mask of Light movie. Now, the face. The way it splits apart to reveal the green crater inside. That's dope. And building a bit of an upscaled crater using feet from Liwa. Inspired. And I love the spine, using those green marbled quasar spikes, the same ones that come on Crystal Beast. See, I've always looked at these and thought that they make excellent Rahkshi spines. The shape, the feel of them. It's very reminiscent of some of the original designs. But the marbled colors, the new look and feel of it, it really does feel like an excellent upgrade to the original look. Yeah, a bit of a modern twist. And you can kind of say the same for the staff, using the claws that come on Gorast. They just feel right, don't they? It looks like a Rahkshi staff. And I also like too that this marbled lime and black, the way it feels, it gives you the sense that power is coursing through the staff itself, and you can physically see it. That's a nice use of a marbled piece. Oh, actually, hey, let's go back to the back. It's really good to see Onawa's chest piece right here. Yeah, the larger kind of cumbersome size of this element, it leads to a lot of people not really using it. But here, it looks so good. I'm so happy to see it. It rounds it off in such a nice way. It looks so organic and beautiful. Always a pleasure to see this piece in action. And then rounding off the back with this invasion from below head element. That's a nice way to just, cap this off. Because I think this would look really good if it flowed down into a tail. But remember, Rahkshi don't really have tails. So this is a little more accurate. Accurate and pretty. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope that all 5 of these Rahkshi mocks gave you a few ideas. Now it's time to build your own. But if you need more inspiration, take a look at the links below. Thanks for watching everyone, happy building, and bye for now. So from doing all my videos, I've learnt the names of all the Rahkshi, but as a kid, I never bothered. I wasn't interested. I felt the same with the Vorahk, the Vorahk. Was anyone else the same?